Law of attraction doesn't work. Manifesting doesn't work. Affirmations don't work. Law of assumption or vibration, all that kind of stuff. It's rubbish. It doesn't work because my life still sucks and I haven't seen any changes yet. So anybody talks about manifestation and manifesting is just lying to you.
Manifest mindset with me.
Hello and welcome to Manifest Mindset by Affirm Afform Attract. Your place to come to when you need tips and advice when manifesting. We are an affirmation channel and you can find all our affirmation videos on YouTube. Hello and welcome back to the final episode of this season. We're on episode 52. I know I haven't done a consistent 52 week, but I have done 52 episodes, which concludes to season 1 of my Manifest Mindset with Affirm Afform Attract. How you all people? I know of late I've been slacking, I've been letting things slide here and there, but I'm hoping to get back to normal as soon as possible. Anyway, you heard it. Manifestation doesn't work. It's all load of rubbish. Law of attraction, law of assumption. It doesn't work. It doesn't happen. You cannot manifest, but you can. And you are. You manifest all the time. You cannot not manifest. That is what you're doing every time you have a thought in your head. Every time you have a dominant thought and a feeling about your being. I am rubbish. I am no good. I am beautiful. I'm pretty. I'm successful. I know I can do this. Oh, life is always so hard. You are manifesting consistently. The only difference is, are you consciously manifesting so you can get the life that you want, or are you allowing life to just happen? And when life happens and it's stuff that you don't want, you focus on the negative stuff, the stuff that's not happening for you, and then you manifest more on it. Which one are you? Which one are you doing? Now, folks, we all get frustrated. We all get so just cheesed off with life. Yeah? Why am I still where I am? Why hasn't things moved on for me? It's simply because it's not because you don't want it badly enough, or it's not because you don't necessarily always mean you don't deserve it. It's just sometimes we are just stuck in a rut, like Groundhog Day. And when you are stuck in the rut, it's time to break circles, try to break habits and traditions that you set up for yourself on a daily basis. I've talked about this throughout my podcast, that guys, we have to take deliberate action, and sometimes we need to plan it out. You do what works for you. Constantly listening to people like Sammy Ingram, Abraham Hicks, Elmer Oloka, Joseph Murphy, Neville Goddard, listening to various people. Some people do success stories. Listen to people's success stories. And sometimes you need to immerse yourself into the success of manifesting that your life you want, and then you have to dig deep and try hard and do more than what you can do to manifest it. If it means planning, before I go to bed, I'm going to spend 15 minutes manifesting my rent money for this month. That's what I want. I'm running really low. I may not make it, so you want to manifest that. Manifesting things doesn't have to be grandeur. It doesn't have to be massive. Yes, you probably need more than your rent money for the month. But if at that very moment, that's all you can actually believe that you can manifest, start from there. Always say to people, don't jump so far ahead of yourself that your manifestations come crashing around you and you are manifesting either the total opposite of what you want or nothing at all. Yeah, so make sure you start where you can believe, where you will guarantee a manifestation. If it means just for the rent for the moment, manifest the rent. And then if the next night it's just so you can buy some food to put in your house or pay your bills, then manifest that. If you can go big and say, do you know what? In total, I need 5,000 of your currency, then manifest the 5,000 for your currency. If you have to do it to the last cent, the last dime, the last penny, then do that. If it's 1,369 pence is what you need to manifest, then manifest that. But guys, you can do it. you're fighting against yourself because it's a habit. It's an old habit that you've had for years that you are now trying to break the cycle off. I'm not going to say it's easy to do and hard to accomplish, because you don't need to climb mountains and jump over hot coals for you to be able to manifest. You just need to know what you want, be clear on what you want, and go and affirm it into reality. Now, if instead of you looking at life from a perspective that manifestation isn't working for you, look it from the perspective, I keep manifesting the things that I don't want. And you ask yourself, why is that? Where's my dominant thoughts? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? What do I need to change? The thing is, it's instead of looking at it from a perspective that it doesn't work and it only works for other people, you need to step back and be honest with yourself and check yourself, check your thoughts, check your actions. What are you doing? What are you not doing? Why is it that you cannot seem to get your thoughts together? Why is it that you feel as though you can't even have a 10-minute daily ritual that you do? You can't even stick to that, whether it's getting up early, doing a bit of exercise, reading a book, saying some affirmations. We need to unpack from ourselves what's going on as to why we can't even do something that's so simple. And maybe, just maybe, it's because we're too busy looking for answers that we already have. And maybe, just maybe, we're looking for a click of the fingers and everything just comes together, or a pill that we can take and everything just fixes our problems. What you need to understand, that manifestation is something that you have to work on like everything else. If it doesn't come supernatural, if it doesn't come natural to you, I just know I'm going to have a great day. I know I'm going to have an amazing day. I know that things always work out for me. I know I can revise things that hasn't gone my way. I know I can do this. And if you're not good at that, yes, it is going to be a bit of a struggle. And I've talked about throughout the season of this podcast, find something that you can interject into your life to help you with what you need to do. Daily plan, weekly plan, monthly plan. Take one affirmation at the time. Start off with something small. If you're losing faith by day, then try something tiny. I want to manifest a free pen, a free black pen, a free blue pen, a free red ink pen. Manifest something small. And if you sit there and say, but I don't have time to be playing games, I've got rent due, I've got bills due, I've got bailiffs down my back, I've got insurance that I need to take care of, then you're not going to get those things anyway. So then you might as well spend that little time, it doesn't have to be a long time, in resetting your mind and resetting yourself on how you're going to do things. Folks, it can be hard out there, and we look at the world today and we do lose hope sometimes. We do have that devastation look on the world and think, oh my gosh, just look at the times we're living in. Everything is just so bad, not just in my country but all over the world. And the moment you start thinking like that, that can play into you not manifesting, because instead of just you manifesting stuff that you want personally, you're looking at the whole world. You're taking all the burdens and the feelings and the emotions of the whole world, you're then applying it back to yourself, and then you're wondering why you cannot manifest what you want. That's why sometimes people say, stay off the news, stay off anything that's going to bring negativity, that you're going to take on board and absorb that energy, and then you're going to wonder why your life sucks. So there you have it. Before you jump into that manifestation doesn't work, just take a look and check in on yourself. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? Why can I not get out of this rut? What is it that I can do to help me along? And most important, guys, when we coming from a desperate state or even just a frustrated and fed up state, we want to rush everything, and rushing gets us into problems sometimes. Small scale, it might work out on some things and things might help you, but in the long term, it doesn't really help. So it does work because you just need to look at your life and where you are, whether it's the life that you are living or not. I know that when I look around my life and I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. I have to say to myself, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not affirming, or you're not going to bed at night and thinking of the things that you want to, you're not doing this, and that these type of thoughts have been dominating your mind lately, so you need to check yourself. And then sometimes what happens, I've checked myself, fine, I know what I kind of have to do, but then I get so stuck in the negative thinking, and it's just like, and then the whole cycle again. But I always say to myself, as long as I recognize what I'm doing wrong, eventually I will break free. So I say to myself, don't panic, because then sometimes I get into a mode where I'm panicking, and I will sit back and say, oh my gosh, I've just wasted X amount of months thinking like this, knowing that I'm not supposed to think like this, and my life isn't turning out fully how I want it. I get breaks and there's stuff that I've manifested. I've always manifested stuff. Okay. And then I end up getting obsessed or trapped in thinking, not for a long time, but for short periods, regret, which doesn't help either. So I always say to myself, okay, what will make me happy today? A clean kitchen, something simple, could be something like a clean bedroom. You've organized your files. You've done some singing, you've gone for a walk, you've seen 5 butterflies on your, like, find something that will give you joy. I got up this morning, okay, and I got out of bed. I was in bed unnecessarily long. I got out of bed after 9, nearly something to 10. I was just disgusted myself because I was said to myself I was gonna get out of bed as soon as I get up, I was gonna get out of bed if it's from 6 o'clock onwards, and I hadn't. I got up about 6:40 something, and I was just not getting out of bed. Anyway, when I did eventually get out of bed, I just put my phone down. I'm like, you've just been scrolling, or for no reason, just put the phone down. I took the bed sheets off my bed. They're in the washing machine right now. The sun's out. Hopefully it will stay out all day so I can put them to dry and wash the other clothes. And then I've got my list that I made yesterday of the things that I would like to accomplish today. And when I got in, I had barely even taken off my pajamas. I'd gone in the bathroom, brushed my teeth and all that. Come back, and I sat down and I opened my sketchbook and I started drawing. There was a little drawing that I wanted to do last night, but I was falling asleep with myself and I didn't accomplish it. But for some reason, I feel as though I need to accomplish it. I don't know why. So I've just been sitting here, and then I said, okay, one of the list is to do a podcast. So this is the podcast I'm talking about. Doing the podcast, done the podcast. This wasn't the subject I actually was going to talk. I'm going to talk about something else, but I think I'm going to do that for season 2, and it's going to be law of assumption and law of attraction. What's the difference? And that's going to be on season 2, episode 1. So you'll catch that there when I do that. I might even do it straight after this, depending how I feel. But either way, I started sketching, I started drawing, because one of my what's it called, goals is to learn how to shade and properly. I'm not a great artist or anything, I'm not that good, but I just really wanted to learn how to shade, because sometimes I draw a rough, nice pencil drawing, more clip art type of drawings, and then as soon as I colour it in, it just doesn't look as good. So that's one of my goals, and I've been really very actionable on that, because it's so easy to just stop. And I love art. I've always done art since I was at school and everything, and that's my day. I've got a whole list of things I'm going to do, and I'm going to accomplish as much of them as I can today, but even though I'm not in a bad mood, I didn't wake up in a bad mood or in a lower vibrational mood, but something just said to me, just sit down and draw. And I started drawing. I was listening to Elmo Locker. I was just starting to listen to Sammy Ingram, just listen to other stuff on YouTube while I was drawing. And something said to me, now do the podcast. So I kind of stopped drawing. And then as I'm speaking to you, I am doing the podcast. When I was listening back to some of my podcasts, I started shading in my illustrative drawing that I was doing. And I feel good. I know I've got a washing machine, washing my sheets downstairs. is in the washing machine. That's going to be hung out in the next 20-30 minutes when the washing machine's finished. And I'm then going to go put another load of washing in. And then I'm going to finish up this podcast. And I feel okay. I'm on a day where I actually feel okay. I feel good. And I want to take that good feeling and I'm going to use it to affirm. Because there's some things I want to affirm and they're not coming to pass. Some things are, some things aren't, but I'm going to be working on that today. And I know that, okay, you know what, take this good feeling, assume that you've got this, assume you've got that, and keep going with it. And if I do nothing else, I mean, I've got to clean up my room. I've taken out all my stuff. Like, I've got glitter, paintbrushes, paints, beads, jewelry. I'm a crafty person. I've got a lot of stuff, and I said my cupboards needs rearranging and cleaned out and all the rest of it. And I could barely see the floor face because I've taken most stuff out of the cupboards and I'm just yet to kind of reorganize stuff. But I said to myself, if I don't feel like finishing it today or doing anything else today but just draw, I'm going to draw and I'm going to be happy. And while I'm happy and I've all got that nice high level of happiness, I'm going to affirm. I'm going to keep affirming. So that's it, folks. I'm going to end this podcast here because it's over nearly 16 minutes. It's probably going to be nearly 17 by the time I finish. Happy manifesting. And just remember, manifestations work. You are manifesting every single day. You actually affirm every single day. Every time you have a thought in your head, and it's of whether you are praising yourself or not praising yourself, or you're looking at your reality as is, you are manifesting. Anyway, guys, have a blessed and fruitful day, week, month, and the rest of the year. And I shall catch you on season 2, episode 1.